What's up, everybody? It's your dude Lazy Nate. I'm here at Old Key West down here in Orlando, Florida at Walt Disney World. This is the second time I've stayed here, and one of the things I've been wanting to do is get y'all some you know, just some footage and talk to you about what I'm wanting to do. And here comes a bus, so of course it's going a little loud, but oh, and I got to get out of the way for the, oh, maybe they're not here yet, but anyway, I'm just gonna take y'all for a ride through this part of Old Key West, because I've stayed in this part and I stayed in another part, and because of circumstance, it's just gonna be easier to just do a little bit and then maybe do a lot more at a later time. But I'm gonna turn y'all around so y'all can start to see the sights and hear the sounds. But I'm gonna talk to you because as we come up to the Miller's station, that's the side we're coming from. And I'm gonna turn you around so you can see the pool in just a second. A couple things I've been wanting to do is obviously give resort tours and post them online. Let me fix that. Yeah, that was bugging me. Anyway, we're gonna go for a ride, and sometimes I'm gonna talk, sometimes I'm not. So let's turn you around and I'll just talk and we'll go, because yeah, I got batteries and they're not as fresh as they need to be. Anyway, after the bus comes, here comes the pool at the Miller's station. What you can see of it. There's the pool house. So every bus station has a name, but they also have a number designation. I don't know what Miller's is, I forgot. But where I was staying this time was conducive to the first station, and since I also want to do some things to help people that either have to use ECVs or otherwise just need some tips and tricks about how things go, is the Miller Road station. That's what it's called, that bus stop. People with disabilities, or even just people with mobility issues, how to do this thing, man. Because I've had to learn. This is my 5th time down here since 2020. I've had to learn the hard way on a bunch of things. I just want to help you all out, because the bus thing, well, it can be a pain, especially when you're on a mobility scooter, and there's more than two. They only can take 2 scooters at a time, no matter what. And they do work with you. They do try to, you know, call in the dispatch and get your party hooked up. And I will say, it just takes time sometimes. And they're only limited by, you know, the way the buses are set up. So, yeah, there's that. The Peninsular station here is the #1 station so if you're mobility and you can get there without killing your battery, that's the station you would prefer to start out at. We're coming up where I stayed the first time, and I'll point out at least that building to you. So I don't remember the room number, but it was on the bottom because we had scooters. Old Key West is, you know, if you're not familiar with Jimmy Buffett or Ernest Hemingway or anything Key West associated, you're going to learn over here whether you know it or not. Because while I've never been down to Key West, I know a lot about the style and the attitude and culture around it. This building right here, well, hold on, this is a better angle when I get to the parking lot. Yeah, I dig that lifestyle. So hold on, let me turn it so I don't get this jogger. I'll turn it back to me for a second until they get out of the way. But we're coming up on the building that I stayed at first. These places always have a quick service and usually a sit-down restaurant, and I'll get to how those work eventually. But for this, I'm just kind of giving you a tour and giving you basics. So going forward, you can have stuff to look forward, because I'm coming down here at least 3 more times this year. I've got some stuff filmed, and I've got some stuff that I can cut together and talk, and I'm gonna turn you back around. Well, you know what, people are gonna have to deal with it. I got one more person I gotta kind of go because they're facing me. Plus the bus is being loud, it'll work out. But yeah, I mean, this is a hobby of mine. And if it works out in the way a lot of people are trying to do it, it works out. I'm turning around now. You know, I'm doing this because of where I'm at in life, you know what I mean? So what started out as home movies is now turning into YouTube instructional videos and other fun stuff that I'm trying to do. You know, speaking of which, there's a Mustang, and it's pretty. I mean, I'm not a Mustang person, y'all know me, I'm a Camaro person, but that is a pretty Mustang. I like that blue. we're going towards the Hospitality House's main place, and like I said, it's just got that Key West vibe and, you know, island type vibe, really relaxed. It's got the, even though there's young couples and people, young people that stay here by themselves too, it's got the reputation it's going to be in the more retirement home, because I think it's the oldest DVC property, and I'm not sure, it might be, well, I don't know. It is one of the oldest properties, but they have refurbished most, if not all of it by now. When we first came, they were just finishing up most of the refurbishments, and it's modernized. And if you get a suite, a kitchenette, you can if you can afford to get here and do the kitchenette thing, you can do the ham sandwich for food and all that type of stuff. But we're coming up on the Hospitality House, and I'm going to keep you turned around for right now. But Millers Road and Peninsular. Peninsular is the very first, the #1 bus stop. Like when they come in to start picking people up to take them to the parks, and when they come back in to drop people off and pick up the more people, that's the #1 bus stop. And since there is going to be possibly copyright music, I'm going to actually, when I get in here, I can start hearing the music. I'm just going to hush and just drive through, and then I'll find a place that I can stay and kind of wrap this up for a tour, and just be a nice video, and hopefully I can just put this straight up and don't have to edit other than put up a thumbnail and maybe cut out the front and the end. That's it. So I'm gonna turn you around and I'm gonna keep talking. Or maybe not, you know, I'm just gonna hush now. I'm gonna take you through here so you can see and kind of hear how hectic it gets, and that way if I have to put some music on over what goes on or how I got to do that, I can do it, and then we can keep on going. All right. Excuse me, sorry. And that's where they do your bags in and out. Here, this general store, Conch Flats, that's your basic store, souvenirs, toiletries, stuff like that. And there's check-in and concierge. There's Olivia's. Then we're coming up on the pond that's kind of the centerpiece of this park, and the pool. There's a boat launch over here to go to Disney Springs. There's the Gurgling suitcase, which is your bar, and then goods, food to go, and Olivia's Cafe mobile order to go right here. We're coming up. Yeah, I know this part's going to copyright, so I'm gonna hush. There's the community hall, and there's the pool. Then you got some rentals here. Yeah. And the pool area is pretty big. Ping pong tables, life-size checkers. There's a tennis court, a volleyball court, and a basketball court. Like I said, there's the pool area, it's pretty large. Here's the tennis courts, and hopefully we're going to where they do some of the activities they do. You lay out like some of these people are probably doing, you know, playing the sand. And you're gonna have the kids play area. I'm gonna give these people their privacy. And you're gonna see me do stuff like that because that's what I try to do. And there's a kids play area, some more of the kids play area, and they have campfires and sing-alongs and all that stuff back this way. I'll bring you up here. I'll actually get off this ECV and kind of, because we stayed down in one of these buildings this time. And that's kind of going down the rest of it. As you can see, there's, you know, everything, stuff's going on all the time. Here comes one of the boats, and we'll wave, see if they'll wave. There's the thing here. There we go. See, that's the thing. So, well, they know it. They're going on YouTube. Because, hey, that's just what you do down here. You try to relax and buy into no worries. So I'm gonna get into, you know, doing videos however I'm gonna do them. I'm just gonna do them eventually, at least, and show mobility issues and how to get around and what's the easiest way to do it. And you know, I'll even tell you the companies, whether I'll get into that later, but I'll even tell you some companies at least to start off with, and you can go from there. And I know I've already helped a couple people here on a couple things, and if you're watching, shout out to you. I've already forgot your name, but I'm gonna look it back up. I'm sorry. But actually, that's probably 2 or 3 of you now, actually, now that I think about it. So that's why I'm doing it. I've learned, and some people just need to learn so they can have an easier time and buy into no worries. So, from Old Key West here at Walt Disney World in Florida, this is Lazy Nate signing out. Like and subscribe if you want. If not, no worries. Deuces. Have a good one.